Hey, hi, welcome to this video. This is a response to Cleo, adding on from last time's conversation, but this can also apply to a wider audience out there who may be trying to grow on YouTube naturally through the short option. And when I mean that, I mean YouTube Shorts videos, where they're under 59 seconds and are filmed vertically, so like on a phone screen. That's what qualifies a YouTube Shorts, right? And the usage of the hashtag shorts can help put it on that library, that front page where people will scroll through. It's kind of like TikTok in a way. Whether that be for good or bad reasons, well, that can be in a different discussion. But to specifically focus in on Cleo in this situation, as I said, it can apply to others too. But just wanted to add on from the last video that was done, Cleo, in terms of what you have demonstrated, doing it by yourself, listening in, taking ideas on board, then applying it, and then the results show for themselves. Okay? The positive of this, mainly natural, right? Now, in terms of the statistics, if anyone is interested, or just simply to highlight, put it out there that what you have done, Cleo, has worked, well, within a week or so, you've gone from 19 subscribers or so up to 100 plus. And you've also gone within a week and gained about 15 to 16,000 views just like that. So how do you go from that to the numbers what we're looking at right now, and that's just through YouTube Shorts. It goes to show how effective YouTube Shorts are. Now, the other thing to partially highlight, the positive with you, Cleo, is before you were focusing all about short videos, you got your standard video format over 1 minute long, filmed horizontally going across the screen, right? 16 by 9 aspect ratio, I think that's what it's called, right? And the importance there is other creators over time have struggled performing when it comes to YouTube Shorts because that's all they do. But supposedly YouTube favors people that do normal standard video format and short videos, a combination of both. You've clearly demonstrated that, Cleo, hence why that's the reason as to why your YouTube short videos are performing better. So a combination of the two. And the other important thing is, whether YouTube favors it or not, the key to having standard video format is you can maybe be more creative or go deeper if you wish to in the future. If it's a court case, if it's sharing your thoughts about a case or doing some kind of analysis or some kind of storytelling, you got the platform, you got the format, and you got the chance to do it. But in the meantime, whilst you're doing your shorts based on things you like and enjoy, coinciding with videos doing well, it's a perfect blend. So there's a small chance that the people that you bring in through your short videos might translate into people then checking out your channel and seeing some other videos, right? We can go a little bit further there later, but let's just step back for a second and acknowledge one point, something that you mentioned last night, I believe, or the night before. You said at times you're frozen, feel like you can't move or can't quite think or move forwards to do the next action because other thoughts or other factors around you are holding you back in that moment. But you did also acknowledge that it can be for good reasons, it can also be for bad reasons. Makes sense, bit of balance there, naturally. So why would you freeze if there was like a good thing happening? Maybe it's hard to believe, you weren't expecting it, it kind of shocked you in a good way. But it doesn't matter in that situation if you freeze. Maybe it's just your body and mind taking everything in. absorbing as much as possible and enjoying as much as possible in that moment. And once that time has passed, then you just simply move on and continue. And that's what you demonstrated. What about during bad times? Well, the body can freeze, just like any other situation out there. Like if there was a car crash or if someone fell off a bridge and you get general public who may not help, may not jump in because they don't want to get themselves harmed, in danger, or they freeze up because they're not expecting to witness that. It shocks the body, shocks the mind. Maybe that's what happens to you. But the key thing to remember, Cleo, whether you freeze for the right reasons or bad reasons, you manage to move forwards. And maybe in the past it wasn't as noticeable, let's just say. Because the key thing to acknowledge, at least if we're talking about videos, if you look back around 1 year ago, you were saying how you were thinking of making videos and I need a deadline. It's taking too long. I'm still working on a video in the background. And about a year ago or so, you didn't have any videos on your channel, yet you kept saying you're making one, you're editing one, and it could come across as, how long does it really take to make one video? Was that because you were freezing up here and there? Or maybe distracted by other stuff and maybe some responsibilities going on in the background? It would be understandable. But the key thing to acknowledge, from a year ago up to a month ago or so, let's just say, it's been, slow, okay? And then all of a sudden now, look at how many videos you have posted in a short space of time and look how fast you have grown. So regardless of how long it's took back then, you've stepped up, okay? In a natural way, of course. So when you feel like you're frozen, even till this day, that you can't quite move or move forwards, just remind yourself that, not in an insulting way, just remember that, Cleo. Just remind yourself that during times of when you're frozen, remind yourself that within a space of 1 week, you've made more growth on YouTube, video-wise, than you have for the last year. What that basically means is, if you don't quite understand, a year ago or so, not really making any videos, but you supposedly editing and working on them in the background. Slow. But now, video after video after video, you have that consistency, you have that focus, even if you do doubt yourself or if some out there doubt you. So with that focus, that consistency, and taking on board certain pointers and following through with your interest, then applying that stuff into video format, and then down the line paying off in the end, such as the statistical growth in numbers going up, it seems to be working out and going to plan, right? Now, if at any point or time you feel that the usage of making videos gets too much of a chore or too demanding or too draining, if you start sensing any of those factors, there's no harm in taking a step back or slowing down once again. But if you're okay as you are right now with making videos by yourself and for yourself, then it shouldn't be a problem, right? And the other key thing to remember, Cleo, whilst back then you might have left a response saying, when's my deadline? What should I do next? When should I go to bed? When should I wake up? What time should I do this? What time should I do that? How do I make this video? Look at what you've been able to do within the last week or so. All by yourself, and all the growth done naturally by your presence and your videos that have been posted out there, which people seem to like. You're getting hundreds of likes on your videos, which is good engagement due to the ratio of the people that view your videos, okay? Being realistic, a fair few of your videos have received more likes than mine. So it shows that your growth is working and going to plan, okay? And as said, all these videos you've done, regardless of how long they take to make, you've done it all by yourself. You've not come to me, you've not reached out in that sense. Even if you have been a bit confused within the mind, it seems like you know what you're doing. Or previously, the videos you've made at least up to now, you know what you're doing. So with that direction and pathway, maybe it's worth continuing on, right? Now let's just quickly address the second roadblock, right? Besides freezing, one of which could be triggered by the next point, what we're going to mention. You said how there is a presence of humans around you forcing you or telling you to stop doing this or that, such as videos on YouTube. Now, not being too negative, but being realistic, people that tell you to stop when you're doing well, it seems as if they want you to fail and not push forwards. And I'm not talking about big scale stuff, I'm just referring to YouTube only, because it's relevant to the conversation, okay? Is there a true reason as to why those people around you want you to stop doing that? I mean, at the end of the day, yes, it's online. Yes, you're putting yourself out there. Does it make you a target? Well, it's not guaranteed, right? But look at me, how I do my videos, and I do receive resistance and all kinds of dodgy behavior. But it's the theme and the topic, what you get yourself involved in, and the community too, and how much you actually talk and what you actually say and what you show, such as one's face. That's what can lead to resistance. You reflect back upon yourself, Cleo. What are you doing right now? The videos that you upload, short videos, standard videos, they are starting to receive attention, yes. So maybe more people will come with time, but at least 99% of what I've seen in terms of responses on your channel from time to time, it's all been positive. Whether it be the odd viewer from my channel going to yours, or more so the general public. And the reason why that's a positive, Cleo, because a range of new faces, new people have come along to your channel because of your short videos, right? And obviously, when it comes to short videos, it does target a broader audience. All kinds of people can come on in, right? Not always for the right reasons. But with your content, it's brought in the right people and really no resistance. Yes, there'll be times in the future where there could be resistance and there could be the odd negative comment, but up to now it's been, been pretty well. So there's no issue there. And I said, the content, what you have produced, it's not going to trigger, or it shouldn't trigger much of a negative response by people, because you're not, at this moment in time, you're not putting yourself out there too much to make yourself a target. You're doing it on a comfortable, relaxed, casual basis, but still growing at the same time and still enjoying doing what you do based on your likes and what you're interested in. And you're receiving positive feedback too and responses. So another way of thinking about it, every time people around you tell you to stop or criticize your channel, just remind yourself of the people in your comment section that come and go and the positive comments or neutral comments that they leave. What you'll find, Cleo, let's just say at this moment in time, the majority of people, who respond back to your content is positive. The majority of people that have responded positively outweigh those around you that negatively tell you to stop. So more people want you to continue than those that don't want you to continue, okay? Now, as for the ins and outs of certain individuals around you, Cleo, who might not want you to do it, besides the possible idea and concept to them of if you put yourself out there, then it makes you a target and then it all goes wrong. Maybe they're overthinking. Maybe they've seen other channels, other videos where they get involved with drama and all that. Well, if you don't get yourself involved in drama, then you're not really going to get attacked, or not much, you get what I'm saying? Obviously, I've defended myself at times and covered some drama which has been relevant to a case. So it might put a target on me, but you're not in that situation, so you should be okay. Okay. Is there any other factors to highlight? I mean, if there's any point or time where those around you show resistance and you are able to respond back to them, maybe just highlighting and saying that what I'm into and what I like is what I put out there on YouTube, the animation stuff, that's all. My face has not been shown, my voice has not been expressed too much, nor have my thoughts. You know, if that was a way of negotiating for the time being, those around you, and you just tell them and put into perspective that what you're actually putting out there onto YouTube isn't too revealing. It's not causing any trouble. It's actually causing more positivity than bad. Maybe you might see it from a different perspective with time. Okay? Is there anything else that needs to be acknowledged right now? So we've highlighted the potential roadblocks at this moment in time and how they can be, you know, countered with and how you can pass or climb over them. But just in terms of the channel and the content, right? The schedule of your videos seem to be working. Whenever you upload your videos, most of them have been performing back to back, right? And of course, based on a certain theme, the theme of animation, and then the genre or whatever you would call it, of that cartoon character thing with the floppy ears, right? That's working right now. Not that you have to, but as a form of a prompt, maybe it's best continuing on with that focus and for as long as you can and as long as you want to, right? Take it as like a streak, right? Something's going well. Maybe it's because you're doing the right thing and covering the correct subject and it's popular. I mean, the subject that you're covering, as for general videos on YouTube, it seems to be pretty popular, very popular. So you've got your niche, it just so happens to be fairly popular. You just so happen to be consistent and focused, and you've got a decent schedule. Maybe try to keep that up for as long as you can, because it's been highlighted that once you've got your niche, once you've got consistency and a certain flow to what you do, you can grow with time. And whilst you see the numbers that you do on your channel, they might go up even more in the future, right? If at a certain point you do a completely different short video, nature, animals, different cartoon or whatever out there, just be cautious, okay? As I said, what you're already doing is working, keep up with that. But if you're thinking of transitioning into something else temporarily, might not be the best idea. But if in the future you go from what you're doing now to a different niche and then start being consistent with a different niche, that can work. There is a transitioning process and a bit of a delay. Let me explain it to you right now. And I'll use myself as an example. So, what I've been doing for the last few months, football, also known as soccer, okay? Short edits of football clips. It's worked out fairly well. And if I've been consistent, the numbers have remained and the odd ones may have gone up, or previous videos which have already been uploaded have then started gaining more traction again, which is a positive, right? But there's been times where I've suddenly changed it up, or I just decided to upload a different video, a funny video, a gameplay video, away from the topic of football. And because I've changed it up all of a sudden, YouTube doesn't like that. It's like I've ruined the streak. I've been on a good roll, I've been consistent, YouTube has acknowledged that. It's acknowledged that my niche is football edits and has put my videos out there, but then the moment I suddenly change it up to a completely different topic, all the people that may have been regularly watching aren't going to watch the next clip because it's not of their interest. And YouTube are probably less likely to push that video out there because it doesn't follow what I have been covering beforehand. So basically, I get punished for changing the subject. I get punished for doing a different video. But if I continue on with that type of new format and focus, eventually down the line, that fire will relight itself in a different direction, and then the videos will should start performing again, right? Because then YouTube would have acknowledged a new niche and direction what I'm doing. So it's like a transitioning delay, a time of adjustment. And then once it's fine and there's consistency there, they can trust you again, as weird as it sounds, and start putting you out there with the videos that you make, okay? It's not a bad thing, Cleo. It's nothing to worry about. But it's just an important heads up that if you are thinking of uploading a random short video, which isn't linked to what you have been doing with the animation stuff, you could see a decline in performance on that one video, right? But if you do genuinely want to change the topic, the subject, if you decide to do that at any point, try and keep it up. So you keep that flow and then you relight that fire. But maybe there's no need to transition yet. Maybe it's best just to keep on doing those, is it a cat or something, edits with the floppy ears? Keep up with that for as long as you can and as long as you want to. And then down the line, if you want to change into something else, feel free to do so. As I said, you might see a slight dip in performance, dip in views, but if you keep it up and try to be consistent, it should go back up once again, right? And every now and then, not that you're forced to, not that it has to be done too often, maybe upload the odd standard video. You know, not a short one, but a longer length video, over 1 minute long, over 2 minutes long. What does it have to be about? Could be anything, could be everything, could be random, right? Because like I said at the start of this video, YouTube seems to push people's short videos more if they already have standardized videos on their channel page. So if you keep one up in activity, try and keep the other one up slightly in activity too. And it might help you as well, because whilst you're doing your short videos, if you do get a roadblock where you feel like you're not original, you know, like when you doubt yourself, you're doing your short animations and you think, it's not original, it's not all about me, it's not created literally by me, myself. Well, to counter that thought, to prevent slowing down or going backwards, instead, why not balance it out? Keep up with your interest, and then to keep up with your originality, if that's what you are really passionate about at times, we'll do a standard video over 1 minute long of recording nature, recording the sky, you know, or a dog or a cat, some random video, or like a case file one, or a short clip of one of the mysteries or serial killers or something, just every now and then, here and there. So if you do ever get a build up within you, if you can make a video which releases you, right, then that might be the way to do it. I mean, it's like, to put in perspective, right, with an example with me, when I've done my normal videos like usual, right, normal videos as usual, and at times there could be disruption or issues going on in the background or elsewhere, and it's like, whoa, this is getting out of hand, this is getting crazy, ridiculous, right? It's building up within. What do you do? Or what can be done? Well, sometimes I've just thought, you know what? I've done enough serious videos, I'll do a light-hearted one now. I'll do a random one. I might do a response video to counter something, to counter someone. And then I can put all that energy and focus into it so the flow is better, that I can talk better, and there's no need for a script. So you can put everything into a video to release yourself, but also for the quality of a video to also benefit too. So there's more positives than negatives there, right? But if that is too far or too much, it's okay. You just keep on doing what you have been doing the last week or so. And that's basically it. The only other thing to highlight and to keep up with is the usage of hashtags, hashtag shorts, okay? Any other hashtags needed? I mean, what do you call it? Cinnamon roll, or whatever you call that. Maybe when you do upload the video, use YouTube Studio mode, okay? I can explain that in a second, right? So then when you're in YouTube Studio mode, you'll have the option to add to your video description or your tag box where you can enter in keywords, so it makes the video more relevant and stand out more, okay? Now, you might be confused by YouTube Studio. What does that mean? It's a secondary app which is linked to YouTube. Now, I don't know what you use more, your computer or your phone. I'm assuming maybe your phone. So you'll have your YouTube app where you can upload videos from as what you have been doing as normal, no change there. But if you go onto the App Store on your mobile and you type in YouTube Studio, it'll come up with the YouTube logo, install it. It's tied to your YouTube channel, okay? And all it does, it provides you, an app to track your progress, your analytics, your views, your subscribers, that. It keeps track of the comments on your videos as well. But it also allows you to edit videos too. Now, what do I mean by edit? I'm not talking about the visual edits, the audio edits. It's not really focused on that. But what it allows you to do is to go into the options of where you can re-edit video titles if you wish to, okay? The format will explain it to you once you've logged on. I think there might be a box where it says content or videos. You click on that and it'll have a library of all your videos. And there might be a drop-down box on the right-hand side of each video, and you click on it, it might say edit video, and then it'll give you the chance to rename the title or add to the description box underneath the title option. The description box allows you to enter more hashtags. Of course, you can use the hashtag shorts in your title video, but in the description box, you can add more hashtags and even a description of what the video is about. It can possibly make it easier for people to find. So when people in the future type in onto YouTube search term a certain reference or a certain hashtag, your video is more likely to pop up on their radar when they are searching for a keyword which you have included in your own video, okay? And besides the video description, if you scroll further down, there'll be a tag option where you can actually enter in keywords, right? I'm sure you know what hashtags are. Hashtag this or hashtag that, and it can direct you to a page with every video that uses that hashtag. But the tag box individual is more based on keywords and descriptions, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. It's just another feature to be able to look at and track yourself. It makes it easier for you yourself to see your own performance all in one place and all of the numbers and statistics all in one place, right? And if it looks good and if it looks positive, maybe it can be used in the future to show to people that might doubt you or question you, right? To show resistance, you can turn it around and say, hey, look, I've gained 15,000 views in a week and over 100 subscribers. Just imagine if you could do that every single week. Not guaranteed, of course, but if for some reason you were able to get 100 subscribers or close to 100 subscribers a week, you would get to the point and position where you could possibly, it might take time, but you could possibly join the YouTube partner program, and you can grow from there, right? Obviously, there are requirements besides subscribers. You need 500 subscribers, and then you can, in a way, join the YouTube partner program or a portion of it, right? But, if you need 500, maybe it only takes 5 weeks. If you were able to get 100 subscribers each week, you'd be there in no time. Not that it's guaranteed, not that there's any rush to do that, but it's just putting into perspective where you could be in a short space of time based on your current form and activity, which is quite good, right? So maybe, Cleo, you can use that guideline, you can use milestones ahead, right? Something to work to or something to look forward to. It might counter out all the other negativity that might be around or ongoing stuff, right? It might be able to guide and steer you in the right direction, keep you grounded with the right reasons, but also help you focus forwards, okay? Is there any other requirements? There might be watch time, watch hours. So if at a point in time you can join the partner program, right, and you've reached the goal of subscribers or something, there is a second option or requirement which says you need a certain amount of time of watch hours. It could be like 4,000 watch hours. Take in mind that could be a bit demanding, just because if you make short videos, it's going to take longer for those watch hours to build up. To put into perspective, if I upload a long video, which could be 20 to 1 hour long, okay, 20 minutes to 1 hour long, and about 500 people watch that video for almost 20 minutes or so, the watch hours are going to build up quicker there compared to if you did a 20-second short video and 1,000 people watched that. It's going to take longer, but it shouldn't matter because you will get there eventually regardless, right? And as said, the way your channel has grown, okay, when did you create your channel? I think the description said 2016, but in terms of actually making videos, it was like a few months ago when you were doing videos. But in terms of short videos where the growth has been clearly noticeable, it's been within the last week or two. So within the last week or two, statistically, you've been significantly and vastly more successful than when I started in 2013. Because I said from 2013 to 2019, I was at 170 subscribers. And in terms of the amount of people that watched my videos, I was only getting about 5 to 10 views per video. You're getting 300 to 4,000 per video. Now, take in mind, I wasn't doing short videos back then because it wasn't around at the time. So maybe it's not a fair comparison, but it's just a point of perspective that your growth is quicker in a short span of time. So just imagine where you could be in 3 to 4 years' time, maybe bigger than me, right? You might even have a bigger belt as well than me in the future. That's completely random. But hopefully that makes sense. And of course you can rewind this video back if you need to take it all in. And if you do need like a transcript, I don't know how accurate it is, if you enable closed captions, CC, down below. I don't know if it's in the option menu on the bar or if there's an individual button. It might be of a square box and it might say something. Click on it and it'll just give subtitles across the screen. So if you can't quite focus or understand me whilst I'm talking, if you can understand it better almost word for word, as I said, depending on how accurate it is, you can enable closed captions. I think it does help others, from other countries, right? So that's about it for now. And maybe these videos might help other people out there down the line, you never know. But I think we'll leave it there for now. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.